You think you are cleaning your face. You think that nightly ritual of wiping away foundation, mascara, and the day's accumulation of grime is an act of purification, a reset button for your skin. But what if I told you that with every swipe, you aren't just removing makeup? What if you are systematically dismantling your skin's primary defense system, stripping away vital protective lipids, and inviting low-level chronic inflammation that accelerates the very aging process you're trying to slow down? The beauty industry is built on the promise of renewal. Yet, the very products designed to prepare our skin for renewal makeup removers are often the most chemically aggressive items in our cabinets. This is barely an issue when you are 20. Your skin has a robust barrier and turns over cells rapidly. But for adults over 40, and particularly for those managing conditions like rosacea, eczema, or chronic dry eye, the stakes changed dramatically. Our lipid barrier thins. Our natural oil production slows. What was once a minor irritation becomes cumulative damage. We are using industrial-strength solvents on an increasingly delicate ecosystem. Tonight, we are pulling back the ingredient label on 9 common makeup removal categories that research suggests aging skin should avoid. We will investigate why they remain on shelves, the hidden risks they pose, and finally, the 2 gentle alternatives that actually respect the biology of mature skin. Item number 1, the alcohol-soaked cleansing wipe. You know the sensation. The cold, bracing sting on the skin. The sharp, medicinal smell of a fresh wipe pulled from the pack. It is the ultimate convenience product, utilized by millions exhausted after a long day. It feels efficient because it evaporates instantly, leaving the skin feeling tight and dry. For older adults, that tightness is not cleanliness. It is dehydration. These wipes are often saturated with denatured alcohol listed as SD alcohol 40 or alcohol denat. It is a powerful solvent that dissolves makeup quickly, but it also flash dries the skin, taking your natural moisture with it. Do not be fooled by packages claiming to be infused with aloe or calming chamomile. If alcohol is high on the ingredient list, those botanical extracts are merely window dressing for a harsh chemical stripper. The invisible risk here is twofold. The chemical drying from the alcohol, combined with the physical abrasion of scrubbing with a rough textile sheet, creates micro tears and thinning skin, leading to a cycle of inflammation. A simple oil cleanser is far more effective and less damaging. But if you think alcohol is the primary drying agent, the next ingredient is likely sitting in your shower right now, disguised as a luxury foam. Number 2, high-phone sulfates, specifically sodium lauryl sulfate, SLS, and sodium lauryl sulfate, SLES. We are conditioned to associate foam with cleanliness. The richer the lather, the deeper the clean, or so marketing has taught us for decades. That luxurious sensory experience feels thorough. The reversal here is stark. For mature skin, that foam is the enemy. SLS is what is known as an anionic surfactant. It is incredibly effective at removing grease, so effective that it cannot distinguish between the oil in your foundation and the crucial lipids that hold your skin cells, together like mortar between bricks. You will often find these in purifying washes targeted at adult acne or oily skin. The danger is a delayed risk. you won't feel the damage immediately. Instead, over weeks of use, your barrier function becomes compromised, leading to increased sensitivity and a grayish cast to the skin that moisturizer cannot fix. Look for non-foaming cream cleansers instead. Sulfates strip the skin, but our next culprit attacks a different sense entirely, often hiding hundreds of undisclosed chemicals under a single word on the label. Number 3. Synthetic fragrance, usually listed simply as parfum. It's that signature fresh, floral scent when you open a high-end balm. It feels pampering, expensive, almost spa-like. We associate a good smell with a good product. If you have rosacea-prone or older reactive skin, dermatologists consistently warn that fragrance is a leading cause of contact dermatitis. Fragrance is a regulatory loophole. The FDA does not require companies to list the individual ingredients that make up a scent cocktail, which often includes phthalates used as carriers. Even products labeled unscented can be misleading, as they may use masking fragrances to cover up unpleasant chemical smells. The risk here is often invisible, a low-level, chronic irritation that you might not connect to the product, manifesting as persistent, diffuse redness that never quite goes away. If you are finding this information helpful in navigating your own skincare choices, please take a moment to like this video so we can share this research with more people. While fragrance enters through the nose, our next ingredient sits heavily on the surface, creating a barrier that isn't as protective as it seems. Number 4. Mineral oil. This is the texture of nostalgia. The slick, heavy glide of an old-school cold cream that our grandmothers swore by. It feels deeply moisturizing because it sits on top of the skin and does not absorb. For aging skin that needs to breathe and shed cells more slowly, this occlusion can be problematic. Mineral oil is a petrochemical byproduct. While cosmetic-grade mineral oil is highly purified and technically considered safe, it forms a complete seal over the skin. It is often sold as dermatologist tested purely because it is inert, it doesn't react with the skin. But that doesn't mean it's beneficial. The delayed risk for mature skin is that it can trap bacteria, sweat, and dead skin cells beneath that heavy surface layer, leading to dullness and congestion that older skin struggles to clear on its own. Plant-based oils like squalane offer a similar slip, but are biocompatible with your skin. We move now from petrochemicals to preservatives. The next ingredient has become a buzzword for toxic, yet it remains surprisingly prevalent in products targeting older demographics. Number 5. Parabens. You won't sense these. There is no smell, no texture. They are the silent workers, keeping that jar of cream bacteria-free for 2 years in a steamy bathroom. We rely on the safety of products that do not spoil. However, their efficiency comes at a potential biological cost that aging bodies may not need. Methyl, propyl, and butylparaben are the common ones. Studies have indicated that these compounds can weakly mimic estrogen in the body. While regulatory agencies currently deem certain levels safe in individual products, many scientists express concern over the cocktail effect, the cumulative exposure from using dozens of paraben-containing products daily over a lifetime. They are frequently found in anti-aging creams designed for daily use. The concern here is not immediate irritation, but long-term systemic disruption. If parabens worry you, the next category of preservatives works by a different mechanism, slowly releasing a known carcinogen directly into your product over time. Number 6. Formaldehyde releasers. Again, these are largely invisible to the senses, though sometimes older products containing them develop a slightly sharp chemical undertone. These preservatives allowed for the mass production of affordable, long-lasting skincare in the 80s and 90s. They are a crude mechanism for preservation that mature, thin skin absorbs too easily. You won't see formaldehyde on the label. You have to look for chemicals like DMDM hydantoin, imidazolidinely urea, or quaternium 15. They work by slowly decomposing inside the bottle to release small amounts of formaldehyde, which kills bacteria. They are often found in budget-friendly, large-sized cleansers. While the primary risk of formaldehyde is inhalation, health agencies warn that it is a known skin sensitizer. The risk is cumulative. What your skin tolerated in your 30s, it may react violently to in your 50s. From releasers to reactants. Our 7th item involves a chemical process that can leave behind dangerous trace contaminants. Number 7. PEG compounds or polyethylene glycols. These ingredients provide the lovely slip and smooth, elegant texture of many modern gel cleansers. It makes the product feel technologically advanced. The reversal here is that the process used to create that elegant texture is dirty. PEGs are manufactured through a process called ethoxylation. This process can leave behind trace amounts of 14-dioxane. According to the EPA, 14-dioxane is a probable human carcinogen. You will often find PEGs in sensitive skin gel formulations chosen for their non-foaming properties. The risk is entirely invisible. You will never see 14-dioxane on a label because it is a manufacturing contaminant, not an intended ingredient. The previous ingredients are synthetic, but the next one is dangerous precisely because it is natural, fooling millions into thinking it's safe for delicate skin. Number 8. Essential oils. The sharp zing of lemon, the cooling tingle of peppermint, or the calming aroma of lavender in a natural cleansing balm. We have a deep nostalgia for the belief that if it comes from the earth, it must be inherently benign. For thinning skin over 40, these are potent, volatile compounds that can cause significant irritation. Essential oils contain highly allergenic components like limonene, linalool, and geraniol. Furthermore, these compounds oxidize when exposed to air once the jars open, becoming even more sensitizing over time. The entire clean beauty movement often relies heavily on these for scent and preservation. The risk is delayed. You may tolerate them for years, and then suddenly develop an allergic contact dermatitis that never truly resolves, leaving your skin permanently reactive. Finally, we arrive at the modern miracle water. It claims to do it all with just a swipe, but certain formulations are secretly leaving harsh residue behind. Number 9. Harsh micellar waters, specifically when left on the skin. The sensory experience is one of purity, the feeling of fresh water on a cotton pad. It appeals to the modern desire for convenience, the ability to cleanse without a sink. If you are not rinsing it off, you are potentially leaving cleansing agents on your skin all night. Micelles are microscopic spheres of surfactants, essentially tiny soap bubbles trapped in water. While some are gentle, many cheaper brands use harsh surfactants, better suited for household cleaning than leave-on skin products. These are often marketed as the ultimate gentle solution for sensitive eyes. The invisible risk is that these surfactants, if not rinsed away, continue to work after you put the pad down, emulsifying your skin's own lipids as you sleep, leading to chronic dryness around the delicate eye area. The landscape of chemical cleansing is treacherous, but navigating it doesn't mean abandoning makeup or feeling unclean. It requires a shift in philosophy, cleaning the skin without stripping the skin. There are two categories of removers that research and dermatological consensus suggest are safe, effective sanctuaries for mature skin. First, the dedicated oil cleanser or balm, free of essential oils. This works on the scientific principle that like dissolves like. A pure plant-based oil like jojoba, sunflower, or oat oil will bind to the oils in your makeup and sunscreen, lifting them effortlessly without requiring abrasive scrubbing. Because they are oils, they do not strip your lipid barrier. They respect it. Look for ones that contain an emulsifier so they rinse clean with water, leaving the skin soft, not greasy. Second, the gentle, non-foaming cream or milk cleanser. These formulations resemble a light moisturizer. They rely on very mild, non-ionic surfactants that clean surface debris without disrupting the deeper architecture of the skin. They prioritize hydration during the cleansing process rather than trying to add it back in afterward. Your skin has served you for decades. It has weathered sun, stress, and time. It deserves a cleansing ritual that protects its remaining integrity, rather than one that wages chemical warfare on it every single night. If you found this investigation valuable and want to see more content dedicated to the science of aging well, please subscribe to our channel. Choose wisely. Your skin is listening.